The woman hid in the restroom and answered a check-in video call from her husband. But just after saying a few words, she quickly hung up. Right then, her black co-worker walked in. Not sure if her husband saw anything, she told her co-worker to drive her home right away. On the way back, her husband kept calling non-stop. Scared of getting caught, Alice declined all the calls. But this move would soon be her biggest regret. They pulled into a gas station. Alice went inside the convenience store to grab a coffee. At the checkout counter, she realized there was no cashier around. Helpless, she left the cash on the counter and turned to leave, only to spot blood splattered all over the shelves. Sensing danger, she rushed to the door, but a bullet hit her arm. Fighting through the pain, she crawled behind a shelf to hide. Another bullet smashed into the shelf right next to her. Seeing a bullet hole in the glass, she realized she was still in the sniper's sights. Without thinking, she dropped flat and rolled to another shelf. She shouted for her co-worker, but he was sitting in the car blasting music, completely unaware of her cries for help. Desperate, she reached for her phone lying on the ground, but just as her fingers touched it, another bullet shattered it. Her last hope was gone. At that moment, a man's voice came through the cashier's walkie-talkie. Alice looked around, realizing it was coming from behind the counter. To distract the shooter, she grabbed 2 bags of chips and tossed them away. Seizing the chance, she snatched up the walkie-talkie. She begged the man on the other end to call the cops. While she explained what happened, her co-worker outside finally noticed something odd. The car wasn't running, but the fuel gauge showed empty. Curious, he crouched down to check and found a hole in the gas tank, fuel pouring out like crazy. He rushed toward the store, not knowing he was walking straight into death. A bullet pierced his neck. Alice could only watch helplessly as he bled out. The man on the walkie snapped her back to reality. He heard someone got killed and quickly called the police, saying they would arrive in about 15 minutes. To calm her down, the man started small talk. But when they talked about her dead co-worker, his tone suddenly turned cold, and he revealed he was the one who killed her friend. Alice was stunned. She had been talking to the killer the whole time. The man was toying with her, giving her hope only to crush it again.